We are only 4 days into the 2026 World Cup, and chaos has already arrived. The European champions couldn't score against a nation smaller than most American cities. And Brazil, five-time world champions, were outplayed by Morocco in front of 80,000 fans in New Jersey. Two results nobody expected. Two matches that could completely change the tournament. Here's how it happened. Let's start with Brazil versus Morocco at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey on June 13th. Brazil is the most successful nation in World Cup history. 5 World Cup titles. One of the most talented squads in the tournament. Before the competition began, many people had them as favorites to lift the trophy. Morocco, meanwhile, were still being viewed as underdogs despite being ranked among the world's best teams. Most fans expected Brazil to start their campaign with a comfortable victory, but from the opening whistle, Morocco looked like the better side. They pressed Brazil aggressively, won the ball back high up the pitch, and created the better chances. Brazil struggled to settle into the game, while Morocco played with confidence and intensity. Then in the 21st minute, Morocco got the breakthrough. Ismail Saibari fired them into the lead, stunning the crowd and putting Brazil under immediate pressure. Suddenly, the five-time world champions were chasing the game. Brazil responded through Vinicius Jr. in the 32nd minute. The Brazilian star produced a brilliant finish to level the score at 1-1 and give his team a lifeline. At that point, most people expected Brazil to take control, but it never happened. Morocco continued to compete with Brazil in every area of the pitch, creating chances of their own and refusing to back down. By the final whistle, the score remained 1-1. For Brazil, it's an early warning sign. Tournament favorites are expected to dominate their opening matches, but Brazil were fortunate to escape with a point. For Morocco, this result sends a message to the rest of the world. Their run to the 2022 World Cup semifinals was not a one-time miracle. Morocco have proven once again that they belong among football's elite and could be one of the most dangerous teams in this tournament. Now let's talk about the result that genuinely nobody saw coming. Spain versus Cape Verde on June 15th in Atlanta. First, who are Cape Verde? They are a small island nation off the west coast of Africa with a population of roughly 500,000 people. That's smaller than many cities around the world. And this was their very first World Cup appearance. Spain, meanwhile, arrived as the reigning European champions, a team filled with world-class talent, including teenage superstar Lamine Yamal. On paper, this was supposed to be one of the most one-sided matches of the tournament. Instead, it became one of the biggest shocks in World Cup history. Cape Verde defended with incredible discipline. Every time Spain tried to attack, there seemed to be a blue shirt in the way. Spain controlled possession, dominated territory, and spent most of the match camped inside Cape Verde's half, but they simply could not score. Spain finished the game with 27 shots, 27, and not a single one found the back of the net. At one point, Spain's striker went the opening 30 minutes without even touching the ball. The European champions looked frustrated, impatient, and completely out of ideas. Then came the moment that almost made the story even bigger. Late in the game, Cape Verde had a chance to win it. A powerful header looked destined for the corner, only for the Spanish goalkeeper to produce a brilliant save. The final whistle blew. Spain 0, Cape Verde 0. For Spain, it felt like a defeat. For Cape Verde, it felt like a victory. The players celebrated with their fans because they had just earned the biggest result in their country's football history, and the consequences could be huge. Spain now face enormous pressure in their next match, drop more points, and one of the tournament favorites could be staring at a shock group stage exit. That's what makes the World Cup special. For 90 minutes, history, reputation, and star power mean nothing. Anything can happen. Brazil held by Morocco. Spain shut out by Cape Verde. Just 4 days into the 2026 World Cup, and the script has already been torn apart. The favorites are under pressure. The underdogs are making history. And if the first week is anything to go by, we're only getting started. If you want to stay on top of every shock, every upset, and every moment that matters at this tournament, subscribe to The Football Mind. We'll be here throughout the World Cup, breaking it all down. See you in the next one.